Welcome back. You're watching Young Turks. The major highlight of this year's election, apart from being a sharply personality-driven battle, is the use of social media by political parties. As we prepare to elect a new government, we're seeing a rise in political parties using tech tools, providing online information to voters, and politicians reaching out to a growing middle class using the internet. On the show, we bring you the highlights of the India Internet Day, where elections 2014 were in the spotlight. Take a look. 50 investors, 350 entrepreneurs and over 100 participants all came together for the 3rd India Internet Day or I-Day, organized by TIE's Delhi NCR chapter. One of the most exciting forums for web-based startups, internet evangelists continues to be bullish about the .com space.
These messaging apps, which looked like apps earlier, are becoming platforms of the future. And these platforms are the social and multifunctional platforms through which probably every possible internet service now can be or would be consumed.
But keeping in mind the mood of the nation, it was no surprise that discussing election 2014 in the digital age was the major highlight.
Participative democracy was the term for elections 2014, with political parties embracing the power of social media for image rebuilding and to reach out to the tech-savvy population of India. But can social media really be the game changer or influence voters? We find out.
Social media as a platform is something that no one can really ignore anymore. I mean, anybody ignores it, you do so at your own peril. So I think end of day, there's a powerful medium here that exists. It needs to be made perhaps a little more interactive. At the moment it's still one-sided. Ironically enough, it's very one-sided. All political parties so far push their agenda and don't really respond to the contra view.
When it comes to attacks, you said that it's not, obviously it's not a policy, but, and these are volunteers, people doing it on their own time, but is there any way to filter that?
We have a massive follower base today on social media. But you have to understand what is real feedback versus what is trolling versus what is abuse. Abuse is something that all of us, all the political parties will really condemn and discourage. But unfortunately that is the 2%, 3%, whatever percentage it is that is happening out there, that gets amplified by media, that gets amplified in all debates. We should talk about the niceties of social media.
Can the BJP essentially say that the fact that they have, or they seem to have, the most vocal supporters, trolls, internet news, is it a flip side of them having the biggest presence online? What did the Aam Aadmi Party say about that?
Social media is a double-edged sword. And the sooner we all learn to realize that, I think we'll become more receptive to this fact. Now, you cannot control social media. It is a channel that is out there. It can be moderated, loosely moderated. It cannot be controlled. And that's the beauty of social media, right? So when Barack Obama tweets 4 more years, it gets 9 million or something like that retweets. And that's the beauty of it. The nation is celebrating, right? At the same time, on the other side, you have people with very extreme views, and sometimes in language that frankly should be avoided. And that happens all the time. I think what needs to happen is a little bit of moderation, in addition to self-moderation, also from party leaders, right? Saying, guys, let's differ on reason, let's differ on ideology, but let's keep it clean. And I think if these messages go out over a period of time, we will see elements of that moderation coming.
And elections 2014 saw the Bharatiya Janata Party stir controversy on Twitter on various occasions. From Rajnath Singh's double tweets to posting morphed pictures of opposition candidates, we asked the BJP's Arvind Gupta how the party plans to regulate its social media content.
The 200 MPs that represent a particular party in a parliament can't be controlled by the president. The millions of followers, just because they follow somebody, don't become BJP followers, okay? So it's wrong to just bracket everybody as a BJP follower just because they claim on a Twitter handle or a Facebook post to be supporting a particular party or a particular leader. BJP is the only party in India which has social media guidelines and a code of conduct. We have verified handles. Each official spokesperson of the party is listed on the website, and anybody who's listed on the website is the official spokesperson.
With the costs of the general election 2014 being projected close to $5 billion, the huge sum marks this election as the second most expensive campaign in the world after the US polls in 2012, which saw Barack Obama being re-elected to office. And reports suggest that political parties this time have had digital spends of close to 500 crore rupees, if not more. But Sanjay Jha of the Congress claims otherwise.
Well, let me tell you, the figures that you're hearing are absolute nonsense. I don't think we as a political party have that much of capital to invest anywhere. No, but the fact is that you have to look at some kind of a distribution across television, billboards, press. You have the other mediums of below the line, promotion, etc., events and so on. But I do believe that going forward, social media will begin to get a larger share of the pie. But as of now, I think it's just basically relying principally on a volunteer network. Remember, social media is not something that you can orchestrate. At the most, you can trigger a dialogue or a discussion or a thought. But finally, if you want to grow the social media debate or your profile, it has to happen through spontaneity, through an instinctive reaction for people on social media. So we are hoping that our volunteers will create magic for us and will make us, actually get a point of view across to the big audience of India.
And one party that's been banking on volunteer magic and online campaigning from the get-go is Arvind Kejriwal-led Aam Aadmi Party. Having amassed most of his supporters through social media, we asked Ankush Srivastav the idea behind AAP's New Age Swaraj.
The beauty of any technology architecture or a process lies in its simplicity. And the most simple concept out there is the concept of crowdsourcing or Swaraj. If I want to do something, if I meaning Aam Aadmi Party, want to do something about you, for you, right? The only person in this world who can tell me what is the right thing to do is you. So I have to figure out how to reach out to you. Once that concept is finally ingrained in all arms of Aam Aadmi Party, whether it is the media, whether it is the candidates, whether it's technology, whether it's social media, things just have a way of falling into place. We put concepts out there. In some cases, we put an initial point of view saying, this is what we generally think, but we'd love to hear your opinion. And then people started saying, yes, this makes sense, you should also consider this, or no, do not even think about doing this, don't touch this with a barge pole or whatever else, that kind of stuff. And then, we incorporate those things saying, this is what, people in this democracy want. So this becomes a part of our manifesto.
And in case you're interested, there's another app that you can use this election season. It's the TCS iElect app. It's available on the Google Play Store. Before